Hello, hello, and welcome. Thank you for joining us on Radio Fraternité. This is your girl, Cindy Jean, with Just Cindy Jean, giving you that lifestyle executive system, showing you what are all the good things out there for us to do, where to get those different insights, and I'm here to share them with you. So, like I said, I'm your girl, Cindy Jean, reporting on Radio Fraternité, and I'm here to share some insights with you. So I just want to say thank you for coming out. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing. If you find this valuable, share it with a friend. If you don't find it valuable, share it with a friend that might find it valuable. Okay? So either way, share and subscribe because we're looking at different insights into all aspects of our life, whether that be our legacy, what are we working towards, our current lifestyle, our future lifestyle goals, what things we're putting into our minds on a regular basis intentionally, our body, what type of body are we functioning within, our mental health, our inner health, our outer physical health, what does that mean to us, and how can we be the best us within this body. And of course, last but not least, the balance of the soul. You know, the thing that pulls and tugs us at every given moment is that balance of the soul that we're always looking for. And for me, the soul is our commitments and responsibilities to the relationships that we first and foremost have with ourselves, the relationships that and commitments that we have for our family and friends, and also our communities. So thank you once again for joining us. And I have a wonderful, wonderful presentation to put together for you this afternoon, just to talk about mind, body, soul, and the different insights that we're going to be looking into. So we're looking into insights into mind, body, and soul. And what does that mean to us, mind, body, and soul? Well, to me, it's really helping executives achieve that work-life balance. That's what that means. You know who I am, creator of the Executive Lifestyle System, international business executive, lifestyle consultant for Magnetic Alliance, Australia's fastest growing company 3 years in a row, and CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Circle of Health Home Care. I brought this to you, the Cindy Jean Executive Lifestyle System, to you because my own life was starting to get hectic. My own life was starting to be difficult. And I said, what is it that I'm missing? And I said, what is it that's going on? So for me, I had to go and figure that out. What is that? What makes us executives? What makes us a boss? What makes us a matriarch in our family? Whatever the word that you choose, I choose executive because I think every household manager is an executive. Every wife, every husband is an executive in the house. So those are the things that we have to look at when we're looking at a lifestyle system and how we're going to make that lifestyle system work for us. The mind. Are you the head or the tail? Are you planning, doing, or reviewing? Are you thinking of any of this stuff? You know, I think the mind is something that we take for granted because we carry it around and it tells us what to do and it stores so much information in there. And we just take it for granted because it's like we have it. You know, every single moment of the day, we just tap into our mind and figure things out. So my question to you is that, are you the head or the tail? Are you really figuring things out and taking control of your mind and your thoughts? Or are you following what other people are telling you to do? Are you planning your life? Planning what goes into your mind? Are you doing the things that you plan? Are you taking time to sit down and actually review them? When I say review, you go through a process where you do a whole audit on the plans that you've had, the actions that you've taken. You really do an audit to see if you made the right choice. Mind mapping is that audit. Writing it down, getting it out of your head. So many people, including myself, I have to remind myself, that's why, this executive lifestyle system was set up because of me, because it was in difficulties that I had in my personal life, trying to balance work and personal life together. How do you do that? How do you go from one reality to the next? Well, you have to write it down. You have to get it out of your head. It's easier said than done. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a testimony to that. It's easier said than done. I never had time to sit down and write it. But trust me, you take that extra second, it makes a world of difference. Learning. Under mind, you'll see that we have to learn. What are we putting into our minds? What are we learning? How are we using our time? The mind is a horrible thing to waste, ladies and gentlemen. What are you spending time putting in there? You have to ask yourself that. I did an experiment where I was able to track my every 15 minutes for 2 weeks. So there's 96 15-minute increments. I believe it's 96 15-minute increments in a 24-hour day. So therefore, I was tracking every single 15 minutes of my day and seeing what I was doing. And there was two things that was a takeaway for me, is that, and you can do a lot in 15 minutes. You just don't realize that. 15 minutes is really, a lot of stuff can get done in 15 minutes. And then a lot of things that we procrastinate on can get done in 15 minutes or less. And then the second takeaway from writing down what I'm doing every 15 minutes was that I was wasting a majority of my day on nothing. Just wasting it on absolutely nothing. Whatever came across, whatever the wind blew in, that's what I was paying attention on. I had time to see the little shiny items of this balls of distraction in my life, and just following them because I'm not learning anything. I'm not investing time to enhance my mindset. So I had to turn that around, and hopefully I can help you turn that around. To have a learning mindset, to be able to say, I am going to learn a different language this year. To say, I'm going to master a new skill or master an old skill, advancing my current skills. That's one thing that I've personally, you're going to hear this personal word a lot because I go through all this is personal experiences. And personally, I've come to realize that I was so busy working in my company that I didn't take the time to invest in myself, to learn how to grow my company, to work smarter, not harder. So I had to take the time back and say, instead of me paying someone to do a job that I'm not happy with, why don't I go to school and learn the skills that I need that's going to level me up? So we need to have that learning mindset that we never stop learning. We're always learning something new. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. This is what Walt Disney said. Walt Disney was a man, as you know, created Disney Empire. But some people don't realize that in that creation of the Disney Empire, he went bankrupt 3 times. I believe he had a mental breakdown twice and went to the mental hospital for those 2 mental breakdowns. So he wasn't a person that just talked. He did. And he paid with it. He paid for all that he did. And during those times, with his life, with every single penny, with every single strain of dignity. Can you imagine going bankrupt 3 times after this dream? You want to be a cartoonist? You want to make fake movies. So you want to make fake movies. Great, Walt Disney. That's probably what everybody around him at that time was saying. But he had a dream. He had a plan. And he did something about it. And now we all get a chance to go to that wonderful place called Disney World and review it and take it in for ourselves. And we'll pay $300 a ticket. There's 5 parks. 300 times 5. You do the math. So people learn your skill, learn your craft, learn the things that bring value to you in your life. Lifestyle. What is your lifestyle? Lifestyle is financial security. That's what equals your lifestyle. How much money you got to spend and how much money you got to save. That's saved. That's a lifestyle. So when I ask somebody what type of lifestyle you want to live, some people might want to live a lifestyle off the grid. I have plenty of people that I've come in concert with that live off the grid, that they have solar power, they have a well for water. They live so much off the grid, they even got their own little twin engine plane. Take them wherever the heck they want to go. That's the lifestyle that they chose. There's some people, as you start seeing on television, how they have the little houses, 300 square feet homes, the little homes. That's a wonderful lifestyle that somebody wants to live. So what is the lifestyle that you want to live? How can you ever go about in our present day and just make a note on things like, oh, one day I wouldn't mind learning how to dance, or I wouldn't mind learning how to sing, be a better singer, or I wouldn't mind learning how to play the piano or guitar. There's things that I've always wanted to learn to play the violin. I thought I'd be a really good violin player as a kid. So as an adult, these are times that we can review those things that we've said in the past that we wanted to be part of our lives. So our present lifestyle doesn't always reflect the lifestyle that we see ourselves in. But just like I said, we learn the things that we want to learn so that we can live the lifestyle that we want to live. Our present lifestyle changes every time we wake up. It's a different day. The money in the account today could be $20. Tomorrow is payday and it could be $600 when you wake up in a couple hours. So our life is always changing. What does your future look like? What does your future lifestyle look like? Do you have a lifestyle growth mindset? like I said, is always changing. Today is different from tomorrow. Leave a legacy behind. When we're talking about today is different from tomorrow, leave a legacy behind. When we talk about documenting every single 15 minutes of your day and making sure that you are using the hour, the minutes, you're actually using them to full capacity. You're not letting nothing go. You start building a legacy for yourself, a legacy of self-discipline, a legacy of success, a legacy of maturity, a legacy of growth. That's what you start building for you. Because over time, you will change. Your life will change. You as a person, your mindset will change. And as you're changing, you're depositing memories in people's lives. As you're growing, you're helping other people around you grow and be uplifted. I've noticed a lot of self-development books that I've come in contact with that had different activities. They always started with this activity called the eulogy, where what would someone say about you at your eulogy, as at your funeral? What are the words that are left unsaid? What are they going to stand up and say about you? For me, ladies and gentlemen, I want it to be impactful. I want to leave an impression that words can't explain. I don't want it to be words. I would like it to be examples that you will see the countless people at my funeral that I've impacted their lives. That because of me, their world, their existence has changed. The direction of their lives have changed for the better. That's the legacy I want to leave behind. I don't want to leave a legacy of money, of fame, and things like that. I want to leave a legacy of impact. What legacy are you leaving behind? Who are you impacting? Do you have a legacy mindset that you're going to impact your children, your grandchildren, your neighborhood, your church, your job? There's some people that pass away that they have to shut down the whole corporation. And you would think it was the president of the company that passed away. It's nothing but the janitor. But that janitor was such a good janitor, and everybody who came across his path was impacted. And when that janitor passed away, they had to stop. Everything had to stop moving. Because that janitor in that school for 30 years has impacted hundreds and thousands of students and teachers alike. That's an impact I want to leave. That's a legacy that I want to be proud of. We would talk about this timeline, in a timeline of memories where you start from the very beginning. That you start from the very, very beginning, documenting every single moment, every single triumph and tribulation. And you'll see that you go through these changes of infancy, adolescence, adulthood, seniorhood, and you're a different person at every different stage in your life. Whether it be because you've graduated or you just started school, your first day of school, so now you're a big kid because you're going to big kid school. And then you go to high school and now you're even a bigger kid because now you're in high school. Now you're getting ready for college. Now you're independent. You're not even a kid no more. You're an adult. So throughout our timeline, there's a lot of these different stages. And I say a lot of the stages, if you look, a lot of the choices in the beginning were made for us. We didn't choose our parents. We didn't choose the household or the life that we're going to live, the neighborhood, the environment, the time of year. You know, who wants to be born in the wintertime? Not I. It's too cold. But I am born in the wintertime, you know? So all these things, we didn't have a choice. And a lot of times there's bad things that happen to us in our lives. And we didn't have a choice about those bad things either. And it affects our body in many, many ways. So as part of the executive lifestyle system, we don't only talk about things that affect the mind, which is what we're learning, the lifestyle that we want to live and our legacy that we want to live behind, but we talk about what affects the body. Because once you do that timeline, you'll be able to discover that the body has gone through a lot of changes. Your mindset also needs to change as the body changes. Your lifestyle will change as the body changes. Your commitments and responsibilities will change as the body changes. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the common denominator here is the body. That's the thing that continuously changes every single day. That is our body. And as our body changes, things, our wants, our needs, our expectations change as well with it. So as an infant, we have no choice to what is put into our body. As an adolescent, we start making choices depending on our environment. As an adult, we start making decisions based on our finances. As we age, we spend a lot of time trying to reverse the damage of infancy, adolescence, and adulthood. As seniors, when it's too late, when we don't have that much time left, now we're trying to buy time by erasing some of the things we've done to our body in the past. Our mental health, that's the top of the body. We're going to start with our mental health. Who is running the program? The brain is like a big computer room, NASA space station, processing what temperature it is, what temperature the outside is compared to the inside of your body, if you're going to get goosebumps, if you're not going to get goosebumps, if you're going to get the chills, if you're not going to get the chills, if it's going to communicate to your brain that it feels cold, what does cold feel like? So these are all real deal things that our body goes through. And that's just our mind processing all this stuff without us even being aware of the process. You don't know what temperature your body is right now, but your body's regulating it. You don't know what the temperature is outside of your body, but your body is regulating it. Your body is processing nutrients that it's had throughout the day right now. at different stages, because what you ate in the morning is in a different stage than it is in the afternoon. That's all through your mental health. There's somebody in your brain, something in your brain that has to run the program. What is the program, you might be asking? The program is, the best way I can describe it for you is, have you ever been in the car driving home from work and you made it home and you didn't realize how you made it home? That's the program. When the program takes over your mind and you're able to do things subconsciously without thinking about it, that's the program. There's some things that we've programmed in our minds that need to be changed. So how to change the program? If you're a person that likes to procrastinate, you don't have to stop procrastinating or attack procrastinating, but procrastinate maybe on spending lots of money. Instead of procrastinating on doing your schoolwork or work, you procrastinate on spending money. Our inner health. Our inner health is our cellular, where our cells meet our emotions. It's the cellular emotion. Every single cell in our body remembers and knows what has happened to it. If you fell, there's some people that's had an accident and no problem at all. They get up and shake it off and they're fine. 25 years later, they're like, man, I don't know, I got this bum shoulder here. It's just been bothering me. That's because our cells don't forget. They remember. So we have this cellular emotion. We have spiritual emotion. There's this thing called the ether. Inside of every single cell, that sends the energy, that sends our energy out. That takes in energy. That spiritual emotion, it also takes in energy. The best way I could describe that is, have you ever been in the grocery store and the clerk has a bad attitude? Next thing you know, you have a bad attitude, but you was just perfectly fine. That's that spiritual energy. You just picked up that person's spiritual energy. Nature's emotion potion. What is nature's emotion potion, ladies and gentlemen? It's the herbs and spices that we find in nature. It's the fruit and vegetables that we find in nature. These things balance us. Even our emotional, our spiritual, emotional health can be balanced with food. It can be balanced with a scent of a flower. Take you someplace, change your attitude. It can be balanced with burning incense. Your cellular emotional self can be balanced with food and spices. They say turmeric helps with inflammation. So if your cells are inflamed, it's fighting something. Your joints are inflamed, it's dealing with a past pain that it remembers. So the turmeric will help with that inflammation. This is what I call inner health. This is the components of inner health. And there's things out there naturally to help us. Our outer health. Our outer health is your reflection. And my slide is messing up. I'm gonna stay good here. Your outer health is your reflection of yourself. How do you view yourself? Oh my goodness. How do you view yourself? How do you want to be viewed by the outside world? This is your outer physical being, well-being. We spoke about lifestyle in the beginning, and we also spoke in the beginning of body. We spoke about the different stages of our body. Well, the different stages of our body call for different things, different measures. As we age, our body slows down, but does not necessarily have to be that way. I see people that are 75 years old, 80 years old, living their best life, moving around faster and better than me at half their age. So my body goal is that, to be moving, to just be flexible, to be able to travel, to be able to walk, even if it's walk slowly, to be able to get out my bed. So those, since I understand in inner health and wellness that the cells have memory, I'm going to put the work in now so that I could reap the rewards of that work later. You don't have to do a brutal workout routine. You can do something gentle. And the point of that gentle exercise is to keep a body in motion so that it can stay in motion later on down the road. And you won't be roller coasting with 4 wheels. Or you got the 2-wheel walker, you got the 4 extra legs. You know, you don't have to worry about that. Well, or you could push it back for as far as possible. Our next segment is our soul. Mind, body, soul, ladies and gentlemen. Each soul age is inclusive of the lessons from the prior. The overall scope of awareness and sensitivity in the final old stage is more likely intuitive rather than intellectual. You just know some stuff as you get older. It's because of all the years of muscle memory, cell memory, realizing that not all friends are friends. I think that's our first lesson in our soul. When we go to school, it's like everybody's a friend. And then one year we go to school and everybody's not friends. And we're like, what happened? But everybody's saying the same thing. What happened? But they're still in line with the whole not friend thing. I don't know why. So that is a challenge for our soul. It's always change. It's a tug of war of commitments and responsibilities. What am I committed to? Who am I committed to? How does my commitment look? What am I responsible for? Who am I responsible to? What does that responsibility look like? Who gave it to me? Did I give it to myself? Is this a commitment that I gave to myself? Is this a responsibility that I gave to myself? What soul ties do you have? What is a soul tie, ladies and gentlemen? Those are karmic energies. Things that we have done, we've participated in, we have spoken into existence for generations and generations to come. So these are questions we're going to discover in the soul. The first place we look at is ourself. Standing in the mirror and looking at yourself. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I to my friends? Who am I in my community? Who am I at home? Who am I at work? Does your reflection of you match with the other people's reflection of you? You might think that you're so kind and sweet, and people at work, when you ask them, they're like, "Oh, you're kind of mean. You're you're not easy to talk to." And you're like, "What? I don't see that about myself." So who am I? Who am I to others? You might think that you're a friend to someone, and they're actually just looking at you because you're their neighbor. They just say hi to you because you're their neighbor. They're not your friend. So really doing self-discovery. I am a person who will. I am a person who will not X, Y, and Z. I am. When you have an opportunity to sit down by yourself, ask yourself those hard questions. Am I a person who will murder? Am I a person who will steal if I'm hungry? Am I a person that will sit here and complain all day and night about $5 instead of trying to find a job? Self-discovery. And once you discovered who you are, what you will and will not do in this world, you can sit down and write a timeline into your future. Because you know who you're not going to be. And that's the most powerful thing that you can have, to know yourself, where you're not just copying someone else, you're not an image of somebody else, but you actually know yourself. And that timeline into the future is going to be a timeline that is powerful. What are your commitments and responsibilities to your friends and family? Who is in your boardroom making decisions, helping you make decisions? Even if a lot of people probably say, "Oh, just me, nobody's making decisions for me." When you sit down and you really look at the people that you talk to on a daily basis, those people influence your thought process. They influence your actions. They influence your mindset. If you have friends that all they're doing is laying down and sleeping all day till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 9 out of 10, you will be doing the same thing too. Because if you wake up early, you're not going to have no one to talk to because all your friends and family are sleeping till 2 in the afternoon. So who is in the boardroom? Is it time to do a process of elimination, delegation, automation, and or template? Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, our lives are constantly changing. Our friends and family is constantly changing. So we have to sit down and do that process of elimination, delegation, automation, and template. What are we eliminating? Responsibilities and commitments that don't belong to us, that we no longer have to hold on to. That maybe we had a wrong idea or concept, or we was in the wrong mindset, and we have to change, eliminate that mindset. We might have to eliminate some friends, family members too. Our community. Where are we investing? Where are we getting most value? Nowadays, community, people's like, oh, the Facebook community, the Snapchat community, these social media communities, and you have friends and things like that. But a lot of us fail to realize that we actually have to deal with real people in our community. And who are those people that are investing in us? What are those things that help grow us and nurture us? Invest in a community that feeds your lifestyle. Are you surrounded by positive mindsets? Does your community bring you value? What is your community doing for you? And what are you doing for your community to grow it, to enhance it? So that'll be it for this afternoon. Thank you for joining me. It's your girl, Cindy Jean, with Just Cindy Jean on Radio Fraternité. Here with you every Thursday night, bringing you insights into the executive lifestyle system where we go over work, life, and balance. Please don't forget to support the community by subscribing, So that's the executive lifestyle system, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm going to be bringing you different insights into these different areas here, which is mind, body, and soul. We will be going through different things, or I don't want to just call them things, but I have a Rolodex of ideas and people that I'll be interviewing and just bringing you information. If there's anything more that you guys want to learn about or to hear about on the show on Thursday nights here on Radio Fraternité, please let us know. Please reach out to us. Please leave a message or comment in regards to different things that you might be interested in hearing from. If you don't want to leave a public message, do it privately. We will respond back to you. We monitor our Facebook messages. I hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation on insights into mind, body, and soul with Cindy Jean. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next week with more to come. Thank you. Bye-bye.